Have you ever felt like God was a million miles away? Like no matter how hard you prayed or sought, His presence felt distant, maybe even gone? This feeling of spiritual dryness or absence can be deeply unsettling, leaving us questioning our faith and wondering if we're alone in our struggles. But what if these moments of silence weren't a sign of God's absence, but rather a different kind of presence? What if they were an invitation to deepen our faith and discover new ways of connecting with the divine? Today we're going to explore the reasons why we might feel God's presence fading and the beautiful truth about what it means to journey through these seasons of the soul. Life is full of seasons, isn't it? We have spring with its burst of new life, the warmth of summer, the colourful letting go of autumn, and then winter, a time of quiet reflection. Our spiritual lives are no different. Sometimes feeling distant from God is simply a part of our spiritual growth. Think of it like a plant stretching its roots deeper into the soil, seeking nourishment in preparation for a growth spurt. These periods of spiritual stretching can be challenging, I know. We might question everything, wrestle with doubt and wonder where God is in the midst of it all. But it's often in these very moments when we feel furthest from God that we're being invited to draw closer, to deepen our faith, and to emerge stronger and more resilient than before. Mystics and theologians have long talked about a spiritual phenomenon known as the dark night of the soul. Now, don't let that name scare you. It's not about being bad or God being angry. It's simply a season where God feels very far away, almost like He's abandoned us. But in this darkness, in this feeling of being utterly alone, something profound happens. We're stripped away of all our superficial ideas about God, all our comfortable assumptions, and we're brought face to face with the raw, unfiltered truth of our own souls. It's in this place of vulnerability and surrender that we discover a deeper, more intimate connection with the divine. It's like we're being emptied to be filled with something far greater than we could have ever imagined. Chapter 3. The rhythm of our spirit. Just like our physical bodies go through cycles, so do our spirits. There are times of great joy and connection where our faith feels effortless and our hearts overflow with love. And then there are times when our spirits feel dry and weary, when prayer feels like a chore and doubt whispers in our ear. This, my friends, is simply the rhythm of life, the ebb and flow of our spiritual journey. It doesn't mean we're not spiritual or that God is punishing us. It's just a season, a time for quiet reflection and introspection. Think about it like winter. Just because the trees are bare and the ground is cold doesn't mean spring won't come again. It's simply a time of rest and renewal. Chapter 4. Life's unexpected turns. Sometimes life throws us curveballs that leave us reeling. Loss, grief, disappointment, trauma. These experiences can shake us to our core and make us question everything, including our faith. It's perfectly natural to feel disconnected from God during these times. When we're hurting, the last thing we may want to do is pray or go to church, but it's precisely in these moments of pain and uncertainty that we need to lean into our faith, even if it looks different than it did before. Maybe it's simply sitting in silence, allowing ourselves to feel the full weight of our emotions. Maybe it's reaching out to a trusted friend or spiritual advisor. Or maybe it's finding solace in nature, art, or music. Chapter 5. Rediscovering connection. If you're feeling disconnected from God, it might be time to explore new ways of connecting. Our spiritual practices shouldn't be stagnant. They should evolve and grow with us. If traditional prayer or worship doesn't resonate with you right now, that's okay. There are countless other ways to nurture your spirit. Maybe it's through meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, or engaging in acts of service. Remember, God speaks to us in countless ways. Sometimes it's through a still, small voice within. Other times it's through the beauty of creation, the kindness of a stranger, or the unexpected joy of a shared moment. Outro. Embrace the journey. If you're feeling God's absence right now, please know that you're not alone. These seasons of spiritual dryness, these dark nights of the soul, they're not a sign of weakness or failure. They're often a call to go deeper, to shed old ways of thinking and to emerge transformed. So be gentle with yourself. Take it one day at a time. And remember, even in the silence, even in the darkness, God is there, holding you, loving you, and guiding you towards the light. Remember, these feelings don't mean you failed spiritually or are truly alone. They're often a part of the journey, signaling a period of profound change or the potential for a renewed sense of purpose and connection. Taking it slowly and without pressure may eventually help you experience peace again in a new and meaningful way.